Wallahi have for me. Wallahi have for you. Wallah, 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 yeah. Wallah, 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 yeah. Wallah, 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 yeah. Wallahi gave to me. Wallahi gave to you. One way he gave to me. One way he gave to you. One name he gave to me. One name he gave to you. One son he gave to me. One son he gave to you. Wallah, 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 yeah. Wallah, 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 yeah. Wallah, 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 yeah. That is the day of rest. That is the royal law. That is YAHUAH'S, whereby you and I must be saved. That is the free highway heaven, you see. I can't just keep praying for you. I can't just keep praying for you. I can't just keep praying for you. No, I can't just keep praying for you. I need to talk now. I can't just keep praying for you. I can't just keep praying for you. I can't just keep praying for you. No, I need to talk now. From your Sunday, your Christmas, your New Year, your Easter, your father, your mother, your children, your lovers, your Thanksgiving. Where did you get it from? From Babylon. Oh, from Babylon. Oh, from Babylon. Hey, mystery Babylon. Oh, from Babylon. Hey, mystery Babylon. Oh, yeah. Oh, from Babylon. From Babylon. Oh, from Babylon. Oh, from Babylon. Yeah. Mystery Babylon. From Babylon, yeah. Mystery Babylon. You're paying off tithe. You're sowing a seed. Your first fruit offerings as money is from Babylon. From Babylon. Is from Babylon. Mystery Babylon. From Babylon. Yeah. Mystery Babylon. From Babylon. Yeah. Mystery Babylon. I see the royal king wanted to have mercy upon pigs. Yeah. Though he knew pig is eternal pig. Dog is eternal dog. God is eternal God. See, in his mercy, God unto pig, come over here. Let's sprinkle pure water upon pig. That is Israel law. And say, you are cleansed through my spoken word for you. No, go and sin no more, hey, don't sin no more, yeah. Thou shalt not eat feces no more. Pig say, I hear you. Thou shalt not drink filthy waters. Pig say, I hear you. Thou shalt not rub yourself with feces no more, anymore. Pig say, I hear you, sir. Santa Labo, hey, my Auntie Labo, nay, Santa, yeah, my yeah. Then my king take a walk, yeah, pig now, just here, pig now. What kind of man is this? What kind of man is this, man? Who don't know me? Who don't know who I am? Who don't know what I can do? cannot do. If I don't eat feces, what else will I eat? If I don't drink filthy water, what else will I drink? If I don't rub myself with feces, what cream will I use? This is Christianity. Yeah, this is Christianity in the height of uncleanness. Yes, this is Christianity in the heart of uncleanness. Then I say, hey, like he can pass on 10 commandments onto pig, onto pork, onto swine. Nature can't be cheated. You can't change nature. You can't do nothing about it. Pig is eternal pig. It's gonna mess up everything. Pig is eternal pig. Hey. Pig is eternal pig. Hey. Christianity, who they are. Together they are Babylon. And they came from Babylon. Everything they do is Babylon, is Babylon. Mystery Babylon. Mystery Babylon. Mystery Babylon. Over here. Mystery Babylon. Mystery Babylon. Yeah. Oh, they are Mystery Babylon. Buying off for private jet. Mystery Babylon, yeah. Mystery, hey, Babylon. Mystery Babylon over here. Oh, Mystery Babylon. One law, yeah. One law, yeah. One law, yeah. One law he gave to me. One law he gave to you. One way he gave to me. One way he gave to you. One name he gave to me. One name he gave to you. One son he gave to me. One son he gave to you. Greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of YAHUAH. Shabbat Shalom, much love, much prosperity attend you, family, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because thy time is simply near, just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto Yehukanai the Revelator, sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is near. How so near is the time? Again, a step to the door. Exactly what we are doing here, family, decoding end times prophecies, signs, dreams, in preparing people like you, body like you, house like you, for the return of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, to whom due all eternity, worship, wealth, power, honor, glory, Oribo Shantaba praises, Ribobo Schema Hantalabo, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the very blessed one, the very DNA, the very pure energy of Abba Yahuwah. Oh yes, sir, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped in the temple of your handmaid, your eternal Isha, for you are my eternal Ish. I love you. Is someone still on bed? Is someone still sleeping? No, wake up, friend. Wake up, my brother. Wake up, my sister. Are you still sleeping? Are you still on bed at a particular time? We are very crucial. You still sleeping?
No, this is not time for sleeping. This is not time to still be on bed at this particular period of a time. It is time to wake up. Dust, dust it out. Every heaviness of body, every lukewarm, every unwillingness to repent, dust it off. This is not time to sleep. Like I always love to say, that trumpet or sound precede every single movement of Abba Yahuwah, that which he has already foretold for you and me in Shemot 34 verses 10. That's what we are reciting over here. That unique glory reserve over there, it is the divinity of his son Yahushua HaMashiach. In those days, our forefathers, see him as a baby, just a man, the very one the filthy, sinners, sinners can lay their filthy hands on. But the one that we are reciting over here, it is his divinity, 100%. No flesh, 100% divinity of him. Can you stand there? No. Can you withstand that? No. What do you need to do? Peace. Make peace with him. How? Return back to the royal law. That's what we are resounding every now and then. So that you won't be without excuses at all and say, no one said this to me. That Sunday is the mark of the authority. You don't have no excuses, my friend. No, that's why I say wake up. All right now. Is there any garment? Stand in your garment? Or you be, All right. That's what I want to unveil now. Yes, be hypnotized. All right now. The Ruach HaKodesh has already said it to you and me. Let him that have ear hear what he has already spoken beforehand. Okay, now what was that? Let him that have ear. Do you not have ear? Of course I do, you do. Yes, in this very aspect, he is speaking of spiritual ears. Because a lot, so much of ears is already been dedicated unto the golden calf. Here is the golden calf. When the dragon came to the first woman, what did he say? That she heard his voice. As she heard his voice, she go for him. And that same voice is speaking to billions today. That same voice is speaking through the largest religion today on earth. And what could that be? I have abolished the law. And what did Jesus say? The JC? I nailed the royal law to the cross. And what did Allah the dragon say? The royal law is corrupt. These are the two largest religions, turning the whole world into confusion. So this is not surprise. This is not coincidence. It is come and see. What did you see? So that is left for you now. Revelation 6. When the book of Sharia law, the secret of Sharia law was being opened, by Yahushua HaMashiach, he now saith, come and see. What are you seeing? You are seeing the wickedness manifestation of fallen deities. You said they are doing miracle, Jesus. I love somebody. Wake up. At least I forget this. That signs of the last days, it says something very deep over here.
You can't obviously believe that Watchman, Yahoo, and Deborah did not pay me to do the intro for White It Out 4 to deceive the masses. The true Israelites are the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and Native Americans scattered throughout the earth. The Judah team has an agenda to make all the tribes Hamite. Matthew 24:4 says, to take heed that no man deceive you.
Hey guys, the gig is up. I'm not the real Jesus. As a matter of fact, the fella's name wasn't even Jesus. He had a Hebrew name. There wasn't a letter J until a few hundred years ago. With that being said, I have fooled the whole world into the biggest sham of all time. The name and identity of the real fella has been taken over by me. There are thousands of paintings of Jesus, and they don't even come close. Jesus was the creation of the Roman Catholic Church, which served to replace the real fella, who probably looked more like Morgan Freeman. But who cares? The truth doesn't matter. As long as as you pay your tithes. Gotcha.
Prior to this, I got a precept. Get your Bible and read along with me. Let's do it together. So that someone won't, so that someone shouldn't be saying she's making up things over here. Revelation 12:9. Do you have it in your Bible? Do you have, normally you call it Bible, do you have it over the Bible? Bible simply means book. Do you have it in your book? All right, now we read together. Let's go. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth. Focus your attention here. Focus your attention over here. We are doing awakening. Wake up. Read along with me and focus your attention over here. Give your focus to this very place, which deceiveth the whole world. Let's do it together again. Which deceiveth the whole world. Let's do it together again. Which deceiveth the whole world. Are you in this world or you are in the other world? If you are in this world, know ye that you are already being infiltrated by the wickedness of this Satan. Who is Satan? Is Jesus. Who is devil? Is Jesus. Who is serpent? Who is dragon? Is Allah. Okay? If you are in this world, you are not in on the world, but right here on earth, know ye that you are one of his victims. You know, we all burn in passions for something, okay? Like me, my passion, my strong passion eternal is to worship YAHUAH, is to know the truth, is to live for him alone. That is my strongest passion, and no one can take it away from me. Mariam has got it, got it the right way. Take it, found the right way, or got in the right thing. No one will be able to take it from her at all, as her husband saith. Yes. What is Allah, Jesus, all these folly dates? What did they, burn in passion? What is their strong passions? Only to lie, just to deceive you, just to make you fall into dish as they are already falling, just to drag you down to hell. And how are they going to do that? To deceive you, to make you believe feeble, to make you believe what is not at all. You are going to be seeing demons as an angel of light. Yes, in order to drag you down to where? To the eternal link of fire. This is their strongest passion. If you don't want them to deceive you, you better shut up their mouth. That's the only way. When you allow them to open their mouth and teach you through their fly wings, which is all this false prophet, you are a gunner. You are a gunner. Let's go to the other side again. Or should I take this again alone? Okay, let me do it now alone. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Did you hear him say demon angels? Did you see demon angels? Again, let's do it together again. This is awakening. All right, I want you to put on now your thinking cap. Matthew 24:24. Let's do it again. Let's go. Read along with me. For they shall arise false what? Messiahs. Okay, it is Messiah. You can also find it that they say Christ because they are Greek. Our Messiah is an what? Like you know already, is YAHUAH'S, Israel. Okay. For they shall arise false Messiahs and false prophets. Okay, and shall show great signs. Great, what are you reading along with me? They shall show great signs and wonders, not small, okay? Great signs and wonders, not just a little of it. Great signs and wonders, it's not so much that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. Are you one of the elect? That's why we are doing this. You are the reason for this segment. This is the nature of this segment, to wake up the elect in this eternal dojo. Sunday, it makes working time eternal, no rest, okay? And they said it is their mark of authority. Shabbat is a mark of eternal rest. And Sunday, they said it is their mark of authority. Okay, not much to say. All right, quickly, let's go into another presentation. All right, now, Mishmikan, people, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of YAHUAH, with this powerful life-giving message titled Now For You and Me. Hey, from the very heart of YAHUAH, Oribo Shantaraba, the mystery of Catholic. is Mystery Babylon, mother of Harlots, part 1. I do my homework already. It's going to be having 1 and 2. And I rebuke any wicked spirit of an attack of any kind in Yahuwah's mighty name. So we have part 1. So family, don't stop with part 1, okay? You know, this Catholic has 8 alphabets in total. And there's never no way I can put all these 8 alphabets, okay, in one clip. No. By His grace, maybe I'm going to put 4 alphabets in one. The part 2, the other 4 alphabet, and we also have 4 points, you know, with light, you know, study, not heavy scriptures, okay? Just to prove to you who are these. So this is our lecture today. Are you ready? Get your pen and paper and jot down something that is going to help your soul. If you are really, I don't know what to say. I myself, all these mysteries, Abba Yahuwah is digging out of me. Sometimes it's making me to be afraid to go more closer unto Him, because something is about to happen. All this mystery is being revealed for a reason, not for to bring someone down, not for you to know what binds you, for you to know what you engage your soul with, for you to know the graveyard of great deception that you are. Horrible Shanta Baba Baba. Yes, this is part 1. And this is the reason why this message is coming out in this last day, because it makes it so clear. In the last day, I'm going to pour out my spirit. My Ruach HaKodesh will pour out flesh. Your sons and your daughters is going to do my job. And that is what we are doing over here. Alright, now like you know already, I will always love to set the stage with Deuteronomy 32:1-4. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak in ear, O earth. The words of my mouth, my doctrine shall distill, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass, because I will publish the name of Yahuwah. Yes, that's what I'm doing over here. Okay, publishing the name of Yahuwah. Okay, that is what His Son came to do. John 5:43, He said, I come in my Father's name. So this, I will publish it. And as we do that, you will ascribe greatness unto our Elohim. Let's do it together. Isn't He wonderful? He is all powerful. Greatness unto Him. He is wonderful. He is the rock. Yes, His work is perfect. That is correct. For all His ways are judgment. There is righteous judgment. And there is also the other judgment. Don't engage your soul with that. Don't entangle your soul with that. The judgment of His fury is eternal. The judgment of His wrath is eternal. A Elohim of truth and without iniquity, just and right, is He. I Baruch you, Abba Yahuwah, for you are awesome and not like you. Eternal, you are almighty. Quickly, family, let us look into what is the royal law for and how does it play out in our lives. Point 1 goes this way. It functions as a sacred marriage covenant between Yahuwah and His people Israel. Point 2. It outlines how the marriage would function, its stipulation, and what makes it a happy and a fruitful marriage. Point 3. Its precept describe how the marriage would function. Point 4. What picture tells what marriage life would be like. Point 5. Its judgment describe how each other party would relate to each other. Point 6. For either party to violate this agreement, violate the marriage itself. Point 7. For the groom promised never ever to violate it, because the groom is Abba Yahuwah. He has never ever broken his word. He don't have the appetite to do that. That is the guarantee that you and I have, that heaven is our home. That is why we can boast, not because of our good works, not because of our righteousness, no, because of His faithfulness, that His words are yea and amen eternal. He can't say yes today and tomorrow say no. He can't say today is Shabbat, tomorrow no more Shabbat, Sunday. No, that is crazy. Jesus again, that is the filthiness of Jesus. And that needs not to be tolerated. That is Jesus idiotic. Okay, that is the stupidity of Jesus that needs not to be tolerated. If Jesus gave you Shabbat, he should have lasted eternal. If Allah ever gave you Shabbat, it should have lasted eternal, as we found it out from the very royal law. From the very royal law, you and I carry even the author of life, the biblical Messiah, kept the Shabbat, all His apostles do, and Abba Yahuwah said it is perpetual. So Jesus wasn't the one who gave Shabbat. That was why He said it is now the day of Sunday madness. Okay, Allah said it is freak day. All right now. So One more presentation to go. Just one more to go. Like you know already, if you are a constant follower by now, you know what I'm talking about. Or you know where I'm driving into. Yes, Abba Yewa review to redeem. We are doing so much these days. These days, not for any reason but to save a soul. Okay, we are Abba Yewa is not digging out this great mystery for you, you know, to pervert it, not at all, or for you to be using it, you know, for your wickedness, not at all. Rather, for one to utilize it to the glory of Him and give it back all the praise. That is what we are doing over here. Abba Yewa review to redeem. I saw a wicked man, you know, in my vision, just downloading all these mysteries, unique, wonderful mysteries. He want to pervert it. Christian, though you have already perverted the royal law, but judgment is awaiting you. Okay, for perverting our book. Judgment is awaiting you, but you cannot pervert this vision. Not at all. Abba Yewa is not going to let you do that. So you now say, put this C on it. This is how they are going to remove their filthy hands away from the vision. Therefore, it is like that of FBI warning. Rather, it's being called YAHUAH'S warning. That is, I am that I am warning from the heavens. If you listen to this message, and you want to download it and resound it another voice of you, and you now say, Jesus give it unto you, Ebola is going to visit you for that reason. In Yahuwah's mighty name, Ebola, you know what it is? He's going to attend you in Yahuwah's mighty name. Okay, we are destroying Jesus over here. You cannot just come and tell me that Jesus gave it unto you. No, when you did that Ebola, without mercy, okay? In Yahuwah's mighty name. If you listen to this message, you want to resound it, and you download it, you want to resound under the voice of you, and you now use it to please any deity such as Allah, Christian, the ghost fire, and their JC from the pit of hell. The causes of Sapphira and Ananias will attend you in Yahuwah's mighty name. If you download this message and you want to resound it under the voice of you, and you not place any money obligation condition such as sowing a seed, the hottest place in the link of fire shall be your dwelling in Yahweh's mighty name. Someone can, bear me this witness. Even though Christianity, they are selling all things. That's why I call their gathering street market, where you can get anything you wanted. Just go and buy it over there. You need miracle, money. You need healing, money. Buy holy water. You buy sticker. You monitor me bango. You buy it. Santa. Not there when you try it. The hottest place in the link of fire shall be your dwelling. In Yahweh's mighty name. Bible, scripture to validate this very part of it, or of perversion. You can see that in Joshua 6:26. You can also go to Acts of Apostles 5:1-11. You can also go to Acts of Apostles 12:6-12. Acts of Apostles 36-12. You can also go to the very biggest of it, or Revelation 22:18-19. Okay, Revelation 22:18-19. If you add, it is great problem, disaster. If you take out disaster, eternal. Okay. So, in another hand, you download it, you want to use it to please Abba Yehovah. In reaching out to the lost sheep of Israel, also to the chosen Gentile. Double glory is yours, double honor is yours. For your faithfulness, this scripture will be fulfilled. I will save one and save the entire household. Seat of honor will be given here on earth, and crown of eternal honor will be placed on you in the heavenly of Abba Yehovah, in Yahuwah's mighty name. It goes in this both way. Having said this, let us run this race of Catholicism together. We want to unveil a blast over here. All right, now here we go. This is breaking news vision. Yeah, I can say that again. This is breaking news vision. Outstanding vision. A super duper vision. Allah met away vision. End times vision. A grand shaky vision. Fire for fire vision. A truth for life vision. A huge purifying vision. A eye-opening vision. A universal life force vision. Take off the veil vision. Absolute deep center of reality vision. Ribo Shantalababo Siki. Absolute deep secret. Mashantalabo Jensinaboha. Rebobohu Santalabo. Absolutely deep secret of Jesse exposed vision. Enter into Jesse's head and dig it out vision. Now we are on our way to the mountaintop in order for us to see very clear this mask of Allah, aka Catholic. Allah is everywhere. Okay, Catholic. What is that? What is that again? It is Allah. Allah has come again. Catholic unfold. Catholic unlocked. Catholic unveiled. Take up the mask of Catholic and know who they are. So right now, we'll go for the very first letter that sets the stage. What is it being called? Letter C. So what did it go for? Very simple as that. Covenant breaker. Covenant breaker. You know, Abba Yahweh says something in Yirmiyahu. I forgot the very passage. Maybe when I quote it, you're gonna know about it. If you are able to break my covenant that I made with the day, with the night, I think, yeah, it's Yirmiyahu 31. Okay, when they were speaking about superiority of Israel, if you are able to break my covenant, okay, now, yes, 31. With the covenant I have with the night, day, okay, that they don't come anymore, neither come anymore. Therefore, they are also going to be ceased, to be existing. But as long as you cannot do that, they remain eternal, superior over every family or tribes on earth. But can they break that covenant? But glory be unto Yahweh, because we see day. So utterly it's not being broken. But their first letter, what is the covenant breaker? So let's see how they break. How are they a covenant breaker? So that's their first letter. They are on their own. So we are just on our way to see the mystery of Catholicism. Covenant breaker. Yes, I just cross-check. That is very, very important, so that I won't be quoting wrongly. It is Jeremiah 33 verses 20 where I was trying to quote. I couldn't get it. So let me come over here, since I still have the breath of life in me. So here I am, Jeremiah, the one you call Jeremiah 33:20. Thus saith Yahuwah, if ye can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, and that there should not be day and night in their season, then may also my covenant be broken with David my servant, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Levites, the prince, my minister. You see, so what is it? Because this office of Catholicism will never, it is perversion. That is the perverted side of it. Okay, to sit on the throne, it is Yahushua, not Mary. That is one of you now. The prince, it is the Lewi family. Okay, not Catholicism, the one they call their popery, their papacy. No, you are not the prince. Okay, you are not. Never will it be. You are that of the Babylonia. So they are covenant breaker. They break all these three covenant before covenant is broken. You see, they are the one riding on it. Let's put some more. All right now. Daniel 7:25. Let's read together again. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given. All right, that's where I want to read. It says he's going to think to change times and laws. He changed the law of the priesthood. This guy changed it. Okay, he changed the time. They go for Babylon. They said their day start by 12 in the midnight. Okay, that is not of Abba Yahweh. Abba Yahweh on start by 6 in the evening. You can see Genesis 1, and they break the law. We see what they are doing. They keep Sunday. All right, they break the law. They not usher in Babylon. Every single thing they practice is from Babylon. All right. So he said, why did he say think? Which means not going to do it utterly. Just like Yahushua said in Matthew 24:24, if it were possible. They will deceive the elect, but not utterly, because I was once being deceived. I was once in this graveyard, this coven, this massive dungeon of eternal damnation. I was once there. So they deceived me just a period of a time. Before Abayewana helped, he said, I heard that voice that day. I won't forget. So power, I will never forget it. Powerful, he said, come out of her, my own. That was how I take a walk. And I begin to keep Shabbat. And I begin to study very hard now, because when I begin to dig out all these things, I never see Christmas, I never see Sunday. I started questioning the pastor, the he goats down here. I started questioning by Sunday. Why did you say it, sir? And they're not right. He answered me accurately. Then from that I proceed to Christmas. From that I proceed to Easter. Even though I don't know those were paganism, but I could have found them in the royal law. So it was not so uncomfortable with me, because I study. But I'm not seeing any of these ritualists we are doing. I'm not seeing any of this oblation. Who are we doing it for? All right. So, but that begins with Sunday madness. So as soon as I caught them with this 4 unique truths, I heard that voice so clear and loud. Come out of her. My own. Come out of her. That was how I take a walk. Almost how many years now? I never knew whether they exist anymore. Okay, 12 years now. So yeah, I don't know if that group, rather I'm exposing their occultism. So what is the first alphabet? This is not coincident. Covenant breaker. We see how they break the covenant of the prince or the covenant. Only Abayewa is called father. Oh no, they call this field father. Paul simply means father. What? They are covenant breaker. All right now. You knew the law. You knew the royal law were so well and so clear, but you don't care. You just want to break someone else's covenant and usher in your own. No, it is eternal payment. You won't be able to finish paying this wickedness of yours, because you hold us debt. You won't be able to finish paying this debt. It is your eternal suffering. All right, now here I am, Bereshit 1:14. Covenant breaker. So you see, Daniel 7:25 is gonna think, to change laws, okay, and to change times and seasons. Seasons there is time, which is the very time clock of YAHUAH'S calendar is referring to calendar. We know calendar centered around everything you do here on earth. Calendar and clock centered around all and all. Bereshit 1:40, Yahuwah said, let there be light in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from night. That is time clock. And let them be for what? Signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. These are our calendar, people. And what is our time clock? It is 12 hours of the day and 12 hours of the night. And what time set this record of 12 hours of the night? It is 6 at evening. The first day were evening and morning. It were evening and morning the first day. All right. So the hour that begins, the hour of the day begins 6 in the morning. The hour that begins in the ninth hour begins 6 at evening. That is why you can get 12 midnight. All right. So the breaker covenant breaker. All right, now Psalm chapter 19, 1 to verses 6. Let me also read some part. There is also again our calendar, but they break it, stop it, they stop it, they say start and use Babylon. What is time? You see, when Antiochus Epiphanes came to bring and usher in Babylonia, why did he do that? It was almost time for Yahushua, for Messiah to be birthed, because Prophet Daniel prophesied it, and Jesus the Jesus knew already. They now usher in confusion. That is why they now set in abomination of desolation in order to confuse us about the time, so that we won't be alert, so that we'll be using their own calendar in order for us not to know where the author of life is going to be birthed, because Daniel make it so clear his ministry, everything is over there. But they're not setting abomination of desolation in order for us. They're not bringing out their own calendar in order for you to mix the biblical calendar, and you will miss the biblical time clock, and you will miss the biblical time given unto you to be watching for. Watch and pray. That is calendar. That is time clock. All right, now here I am. Tehillim 19, 1 to 6. And the heavens declare the glory of Yahuwah, and the firmament showeth forth what his handiwork. It said, where I just read Genesis, but you want to place these signs in the firmament. Let us serve as a sign. That light, it is Yahushua over there, okay? They serve as a sign. He's the one that gave us the calendar. They break it, covenant breaker. Day, listen now, verses 2. Day unto day utter speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge. What is that? Day after day. That's what we are talking about. The day glory displays his own glory. The night glory displays his own night. That is the 12 hours of the night, 12 hours of the day. There is no speech, no language where their voice is not heard. Can you tell me now? Because this signs is in the firmament. The glory of the night is up there. The glory of the day is also up there. Okay? Nowhere on earth. You see day, isn't it? And you see night. The display, he said they are communicating. Nowhere on this earth where the calendar of Abayewa is not communicating. But this day must stop it. Usher in Babylon. Nowhere. Their voice is not heard. They are speaking only that you only hear Babylonian. You can hear that of Abba Yahuwah 4. Their line is gone out through all the earth. Their words to the ends of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun. You see the sun here again. The light, the greater light of government. It is Yahushua himself, which is as a bridegroom. Now this one make it so clear. Is the bridegroom coming out of his chamber, coming out of his glory in heaven, down on earth, and rejoice as a strong man to run a race. Yeah, it's gonna squash you all. You calling for a race already, it's gonna squash you all. You think to change his own, you not push his own calendar aside, you not outside. You know, time clock center around everything. It is your life. Going to work tomorrow, it goes by calendar, it goes by time clock. And whereby you don't know calendar, you don't have, then it's going to be confusion, Babylon. So that's why they brought their own in confusion in order to confuse you, because Yahushua is about to come. So they're not ushering Babylon in order for you to be, you think he's going to come on your December 25th. No, you are deceiving yourself. You think he's going to come on your January or your Easter. No, he's coming with his own calendar. So that is how he comes, like a thief. You won't be aware of. You are going to be watching for Christmas. You are going to be watching for December 25th. You are going to be watching for your Easter, goddess of fertility. You are going to be watching for your January 1st, you know, when everything is crushed. Yeah, that's what you are going to be expecting. But now, he's coming by his own calendar and his own time clock. Okay, are you ready for war? Because you change his own calendar. And usher in Babylon. You see, when Yahushua was about to be birthed, the usher in Babylonia. And Yahushua now echoes it again, Matthew 24. When you see the abomination of desolation, know that the hour, then you flee for your life. You run for your life. No, they are here already, then you run for your life. So now, the abomination again, he re-echoes it over there. Now the abomination is already being said. Who is it? Catalysm. The first letter. Covenant breaker. So what they call them, first of all, break the covenant of the system you knew, and they will not usher in their own. Why? In order for you never to be in tune, to be aware when the author of life is going to come back. They are waging war against his second coming, just as they first of all wage war against his first coming. Yeah, history is repeating itself again. What has been will be again. What has been done will be done again. For there is nothing new under this Ecclesiastic 1:9. All right, now let's also see another covenant these people break, because their first letter is to break your covenant. When they enter into you is to take away the daily sacrifice. Yes, they break the covenant. Exodus Shemot 31, I take from 13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel, saying, Verily my Shabbats ye shall keep, for it is a son. The calendar of Abba Yahweh is a son, and his Shabbat again is a son. Between me and you throughout your generations, plural, that ye may know that I am Yahuwah that doeth sanctify thee. Ye shall keep the Shabbat, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Every one that defileth it shall surely be put to what? Death. Yes. Sunday means work a time. It is death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off the second time, shall be cut off from among his people. 15. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh it is the Sabbath of rest, holy unto Yahuwah. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death the third time. Therefore the children of Israel shall keep the Shabbat, to observe the Shabbat throughout their generations for a perpetual covenant. They break it. For it is a sign between me. He repeated it again. For it is a sign between me and the children of Israel forever. For in 6 days Yahuwah made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day he rested and was refreshed. So this is perpetual covenant. If you dare mess it up, you will be cut off. You shall be put to death. All right now. So that this is their first letter. And when they come into you, they will first of all take away the covenant, the one you were once being taught. And they will not feed you with they will usher in their own covenant. And what did they say about their own Sunday? Okay, now I'm going to give you a references. I wrote it down for you to do the checking by yourself. Because this is their very website. It contains so much that I won't be able to even dare to read. I read it all myself, but you also go and do the read it. I'm giving you the link. Okay, Catechism of Catholic Church, page 2174. So these people did not stop the Shabbat or be done secretly. No, as they did it, they left their template over there. They left their signature over there and said, we are the one who did it. And this is why we did it. So there's no need. They are not saying, I didn't do it. They are not saying, I'm not the one who changed the Shabbat to Sunday. They don't argue. They don't dispute. They never said, I did it. I'm not the one. No, they said, I did it. Why? Sunday is our mark of authority. Why? Because Jesus resurrected on that day. You see, as you reverence Shabbat, this is how you need to keep Sunday. All right now. You know, to be a priest, it can never be taken or be collected by anointing. It is only the one Abiyawa ordained for that position. So the bread that covenant, I say, who are you to say that to us? I am priest. You said no one should be called father. What? No, me, I'm a father. Okay, that is the meaning of pope or your pope. It is your father, not my pope, papacy, or popery. That's what I mean, father. Your father, not my, okay. So that's it. So go to their website. There you're going to find their signature. Then you're going to find their template and say, I did it. Come after me. I'm not running away. They put it so bold on the internet wide world. You just go and read it. Go to that website. All their teachings is going to find over there. I gave you because they have so much on it. This website, it is their teachings, okay? But this particular one, you go to that page I just gave unto you. You will read it. You say, wow. Everything is there. When they change it. And why? The reason why they explain themselves very, very good, okay? All right now. So we go for the feast, covenant breaker. And we know Yahushua, when is using feast to minister to you and me, we know all feasts must be fulfilled through Yahushua. And we know the feast in one place. You can go to Leviticus. I'm not going to read it because you know it's so long again. Read it for, we are doing it together, isn't it? All right now. Leviticus chapter 23. Then you're going to get all 7 feasts in one place, okay? Leviticus 23, 3. What did it say? These are Yahuwah's feasts. Okay, maybe I'm going to read that just verse 1, okay? It said, these are my feasts that needs to be proclaimed at each season. It is not the feast of Noma, but Yahuwah himself. Okay, how did the feast of Passover or Pesach came about? You know that in Exodus chapter 12. It talks about, salvation. All right, and that is why the name of Abba Yahuwah was also being revealed. Yahuwah, I am that I am. And the son that came said, I come to publish my father's name. I come in my father's name. He came to publish that name. Yahushua, meaning I am that I am is salvation. All right now. Leviticus 23, and Yahweh, verses 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of Yahuwah, which ye shall proclaim, to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. Not no one, but my Catholicism. So how dare you? I'm bringing in Babylon Ishtar, goddess of fertility, okay? When you also go to the book of Adasa chapter 9, the one you call Esther, then you're going to find one feast over there called the Feast of Purim, okay? The Feast of Purim. So I think this is the very last biblical feast. Yes, it is the very last biblical feast. This one is being done the 12 months of the biblical calendar, okay? So now, when you also go to John chapter 10, 22 to 23, we got another one feast over there, the very one Yahushua celebrated, okay, called dedication, simply Hanukkah. It is Hanukkah, the feast of Hanukkah, or the feast of dedication. We see Yahushua is also when the Messiah is celebrated this feast. Even the feast of Purim, you can, when you go to John 5, you're still going to find it that he also celebrated it. Because how do we know? Because that feast, they never named it. They said it was the feast of the Yahudim, and Yahushua also went. And he did great signs and wonders that they in cleansing a burnt crippled, okay, all his life for a whole 38 years. And only in the feast of Purim, we be commanded to do good to those that has no help. Okay, that was on that very feast day, notable Yahushua cleansed that burnt crippled. Okay, it was a feast day. Okay, you see all of them say every disabled ones, that will take them out to the water pool. Anyone first of all jump into that water pool will be healed. An angel always come as a certain period of a time to stir up that water for healing. That was the mix for healing those days before Yahushua comes. And here, you know, in the feast of Purim, this is what we are being commanded to help the poor. So the angel always go down on that feast to stir up water. Whosoever go in will be made whole from any kind of diseases. So in this particular period of a time, everyone that is sick, crippled, lame, all of them will gather there just to receive their healing. Yet it was that feast again. But popery or their papacy, Christian papacy, stop it. Say stop. Oh, what is your problem? So we know, like you and I know already, Yahushua fulfilled the feast of Pesach already, the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of first fruits. Those one here has already fulfilled. Okay, so what feast left over now? The very one we are watching for. It is the feast of trumpet. He needs to fulfill the feast of trumpet. He needs to fulfill the day of atonement. He needs to fulfill the feast of tabernacle. Though it was once a year, but tabernacle is going to stand for all eternity. He fulfilled the feast of Hanukkah already. The feast of Purim, yes. They all also have double fold because the feast of Purim has to do with Haman, the anti-Messiah that wanted to commit genocide among the people of the book. All right. But Yahuwah step in a such a wonderful way and rescue his people. Okay. So right now, the very feast that is we are preparing for now is the feast of trumpet. But Catholicism say, wait a minute, stop. You now usher in Easter, Bad Friday, their Father Day, their Mother Day, their Children Day, their Halloween's Day. Oh, that one hurt me so much. When they are saying, come Thanksgiving, it is Halloween's. Thanksgiving, it is the mask again. It is Halloween's. Study for your life. Go. I bet you want to make things so easy. Now you can just go and research. Research all these things you are celebrating. You're going to find it out that they are all satanism in nature. They are all demon. Why should he usher in Christmas? Really? January 1st, when everything is crushed? All right now. We are just on our way on the top of mountain to see very clear. Who is the father of Christian? Because they said they are their father. They also call themselves mother, okay? Yes. This is who they are in nature. Pagan. So here I am, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, 3 to 4. Let no man deceive you, okay? Let no man deceive you by no means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, that son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called Yahuwah. Above everything that have to do with Yahuwah, this demon exalt himself above it all. Or that is called worship. They call him Holy Father. That one hurt my stomach. Wow, I want to throw out this holy word. So that he, as Yahuwah, sitteth in the temple of Yahuwah, showing himself that he is Yahuwah. You see now how he do away with everything biblical. In that usher is now what? Babylonia. This is how you oppose Yahuwah, push Yahuwah away. And he said now take over the ride. And I begin to lead over 3 billion souls. Really? Calling him what? Whoa, Holy Father. I want to vomit. I want to throw out. I've seen evil, wickedness under this heaven. Unspeakable. Yes. So right now, what is sin? Man of sin. Okay. So let's see what sin is. Man of sin. Okay. First John 3:4. Whosoever committeth sin transgress also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law. And he knew, yes, sin is the transgression of the law. And he knew that he was manifested to take away our sins. And in him is no sin. Whosoever abideth in him sinneth not. Whosoever sinneth hath not seen him, neither knew him. Man of sin. Popery, your papacy. All right now. Here I am, Tehillim, Psalm 50, Iris 16 to 19. But unto the wicked, Yahuwah saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction, and cast my words behind thee. When thou saw a thief, then thou consider what with him, consider with him, and has been partaker with idolaters. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue to deceit. This is the God. Who are you to reset the ordinances of Abba Yahuwah? Who are you to take his covenant and downloaded it and mask it up with your Babylonian? You take the covenant of Abba Yahuwah, you now mask it up with Babylonian paganism and push it as adultery. And people say Sunday is a mark of the beast, a mark of your rest, mark of your authority. Judgment is on his way. All right now, family, we are done with first alphabet. You see how ugly it is. Coincident? You want to say this is coincident? Covenant breaker is not people. It is not coincident. It is what is behind over there, behind the sea, is just being unveiled now through Abba Yahuwah's mercy for you. In order for you to utilize it, to the glory of Abba Yahuwah, in order for your soul to be saved. That's why we are doing all this, okay? So now we proceed now to the very second alphabet. I think that one is a bit heavy. And the third alphabet is the heavy, okay? But glory be unto Abba Yahuwah for the strength. Alright? Not to be weary, not to be fainted. So what is the second alphabet? It's simply go for again. Another angel, Allah again with another gospel. Allah is everywhere. Is more crafty, okay? Is the serpent is more crafty than any beast of the field. Genesis 3. Beast of the field is referring to the whole world. Who is more crafty than every one of us? It is the serpent. And who is serpent? We see it in Allah's logo. We find it in Allah's mouth. And we see it in Allah's name. Allah bragged. Is the best of all deceiver. Revelation 12:9. The great dragon. That old serpent deceiveth the whole world. Allah says the best of all deceiver. And the royal assessor is great dragon. Okay. It's more subtle. It's more, crafty. Okay, now what is the second alphabet? What did they? Should I check it again? Where is it? Where is the ugly face of Allah? All right now, another angel, Allah again with another gospel. So let's throw in scriptures. This one is heavy. Did you see the papacy? Christendom fire, father. It can also be a fire. It's not my business. This is Christendom father. You see, he's praying to Mary. Samoremos. All right, now we are coming to that. He is praying to Samoremos. They are Mary, okay? Isis, okay? Ribo Shantayabu. I read Galatians 1, 6, 6 to 9. Galatians 1, 6 to 9. I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahushua unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and would pervert the gospel of Yahushua. But though we or an angel from heaven preach another gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. As we said before, so say I now again, if any man preach any other gospel unto you than that which ye received from, let it be accursed again. You see how they troubled you? This is another gospel, praying to image, giving you Sunday. You see all the other gospel, okay? You see, this is another gospel, okay? This is not for us. This really amazes me. Where this filthy set of group Christianity say, where they are trying to differentiate themselves from Catholicism, that one even provoked me more. It hurt my spirit even more. How dare you? Everything you observed is being given to you by this pork. You see, it's really a pork. It's been given to you. How can you work together without an agreement? When you agree to keep, to reverence all their ordinances, everything you practice is being given to you by them. This very pork. And you say you are not one with him because you don't pray to Mary statue. No, excuse me. You stop deceiving yourself. This one is so irritating. He gave you the day of rest. He gave you Jesus. He gave you all your feasts. Do you know what feast is? It means a time of a good time to celebrate with your family. It means good time to fill your soul with joy in the presence of Abba Yahweh's fullness of joy. That is what celebration is. That is what feast is. We are celebrating. He releases His blessings, His presence even more upon us because we get joy from His blessing. It means joy time, unspeakable joy like a river. And then I brought that of Babylon unto you. You say what makes you different from this Catholicism? All right now, wait. If your heart is already being hardened, this speech is going to be useless to you. But you will know on Judgment Day, when you face that white judgment throne, you're going to remember this message. Oh, I was looking down it. I never knew she was saying the truth. But it's too late, excuse me. She was saying the truth. Oh, it's too late. No repentance in the grave. We are coming into that. Because Catholicism said there is repentance in the grave. We will also come into that. It says, so you just, deviated from the truth. You've been taught. How so soon was that? It was when this demon sneaked in. They said they sneak in AD 33. We'll also come into that, okay? They sneak into our book AD 33. Okay, we'll come to that when it comes to the letter T. So let me take it step by step. We are in, so that will be the next lecture, okay? So, but it said, it marvel me that you just quickly, drop the truth, even the truth. So soon you have the truth. Islam will be mercy. I bet you is going to find that it's going to give mercy unto some Islam, but not so with the Christendom. Why? Because Islam go by Quran, and they do what Quran says. Christianity carry the royal law, but they don't do what the royal law says. So that is the problem. Did you get that? This is another gospel they are bringing unto you, Father. Ah, no. They also, this is appropriate. This is Allah. They called the man their Father Christmas. Oh, no. This is where it came from. Look at it today. You see one thing about the royal law? By your own way, say you will be condemned. Okay, by your own way, you will be justified. You said the royal law is cursed, yes, therefore you are cursed. You see where we just read? You said the royal law is cursed, it means curse on you. That is it. He said if you come to preach another gospel, you are cursed, eternal. And you now said the royal law is cursed, indeed, it's going to be cursed on you. Now blessing. Psalm chapter 1, make it so clear. Blessed are you if you don't sit in the seat of this car, for these are mockers. If you don't follow their ways, these are mockers. These are ungodly. But if you do, you are not blessed. Then if you are not blessed, then you got cursed. Eternal. Alright now, Matthew 23, verses 9. And call no man your father upon the earth, for one is your father which is in where heaven. Don't ever call no man father here on earth, for only one is good to be a father, eternal. It is Abba Yahuwah. So what is Catholicism? What is popery? Your popery or your papacy means. It simply means father. Your father, not my, okay? And you see what they usher in? Another gospel. They said Jesus was birth. We are coming to that today. Their Christmas, yeah, on this day. So before that, they will first of all release what? Father Christmas. He said, no one. You shouldn't call no one at all. Another gospel. You shouldn't dare call no one at all father. He is not talking about your biological father. What is he talking about here? You shouldn't call one no father here on earth. If it is not first, of course, he gave us a father, isn't it? Our biological father. Yeah, of course, we can call him daddy. Is anything wrong with that? Absolutely no. You don't give my seat as eternal father to anyone that calls himself spiritual leader. To anyone that calls himself spiritual leader, you don't call them father. You don't give my seat to them. You don't let them take my seat in you. You don't let them ride on you. You don't let them command you. You don't let them tell you what to do. Only imitate those that are in faith. Those that are in faith will do it godly way. Will do it the way it's going to please Abba Yahuwah. Not the way, this one usher in Babylonians. And he said, he's your father. On December 25th, he was also giving some gift. Father Christmas. Nonsense in the highest. This is witchcraft, okay? So let's see now. I want to see some of their. It's so much, so much, so many, uncountable. It's so many, so a lot. It's so much contained in this. But I just choose some because I won't be able to touch on all their wickedness. Right now, I want to touch on their teaching of purgatory or whatever what they call it. Yeah, purgatory. Yeah, purgatory. So I want to touch on that. How they normally forgive you your sins. Purgatory. Okay. Penances. Okay. So I want to touch on that. That is another gospel. It has never been stated by the author of life for you and me, but rather from the Babylonian. So let's put some more about this. Their purgatory. Okay. The scriptures they used to validate that they are biggest. In fact, in the history world, they said this case of penances. Penalty, you need to pay penalty. We're going to read all the scripture that you used to back up, to mask it up. This is where hot is. You can bring in your gwega. You can bring in all this, your cat, all this, your magic spell, whatever. But remove your hand from the royal law. The royal law never said anything of that. Why perverting our book? That is going to face judgment, eternal imprisonment in the lake of fire for. Okay? So right now, according to world history, this has turned the biggest money making in history in the life of Catholicism, to pay penances for your sin. Purgatory, penances. When you see there's some amount of money you need to pay, they said this have turned the biggest money making. I was wondering, they said they don't take tithe. Then what made them so worth it? Before I begin to go into history, let me research that. This is where they got their money from. Okay, the Catholicism in the U.S. in low, not in the four corners of the earth, only in the U.S. How much are they making from this? In all and all, not only this, they also have another trick that they use to collect money. How much are they making? 170 billion US dollars. 170 billion US dollars every year. Only the Catholicism in the US, not in every other part of the world. No, only the ones in US. They recognize annually 170 billion US dollar. And this pork, your poultry, okay, is extravagant lifestyle. Also research how much are they paid in. It's not being paid. Some account said it's paid, but much said it is not paid. But this is how what is living is extravagant lifestyle. How much did that worth? 300 million US dollar yearly. 300 million US dollar. Not that you have a wife, not that you have to pay for whatever, not that you have children, only for your extravagant lifestyle. 300 million US dollar. But you making money through our book. You should have bring out your card now and read the palms, okay? All those Ogwega. You should have used that. Not our royal. Our royal is not Ogwega, for you to be using. No. No. You have done wickedly. So let's read some of the scriptures they used to validate this wickedness, this horrible sight. This horrendous sight, this unbearable act of stealing from people. Matthew 5:20. For I say unto you, that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. If you are a normal human being that have the Ruach HaKodesh, what does this have to do with money making? Do you have anything righteous? Even the Pharisees of those days, eternal better than you, because they kept the Shabbat, they celebrate all feasts. Okay, only that they refused to receive Yahushua. That was their sin. Okay, did you receive Yahushua? Of course not. You even they was, They saving people. This is what they used to validate their wickedness. So let's see now another 21. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old, thou shalt not kill. Okay, no, I'm not going to read this. I think 25 now. Yes, 25 now. It just jumped from there. Picking scripture out of context. Do you know what concluded? It started from 17 and it concluded that very particular subject in verse 20. Think not that I've come to abolish the royal law. He was blind. They can't go there. Until heaven and earth packs away, they can't go there. Don't even think that I've come to do away with the royal law, to do away with Shabbat. That they don't see that. But yeah, you are done away with the royal law. And you now go to verses 20. These people want to make me throw out. They irritates me. So ugly to me. They are so not filth. 25 now. I agree with after they read that place, they will just jump to 25. I agree with thy adversary quickly. Why thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officers, and thou be cast into prison. Verily I say unto thee, thou shalt not by no means come out thence till thou hast paid the uttermost penny. Till thou pay money. What does it have to do with paying for your sin? So right now, oh my father, this is what they used to justify themselves, collecting money, penances, and again for purgatory. We're also going to put that. Let first of all deal with this very part. What does this have to do? Yahushua was just communicating with his own disciple that when you have any dispute, any confusion, or matter raised up within you, when you offended at someone, quickly settle that matter. That is, make your confession to that person. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it so. Oh, I'm very sorry about that. I didn't know I hurt you. Oh, please forgive me. Of course, we normally do that daily. We do that in our daily life. It's applicable to everyone, even those that is not even born again. When you ask somebody, you need to apologize. That is normal. Okay? He said, but when you still keep pumping up your shoulder, you don't want to recognize a fault. And meanwhile, that one know you hurt him, and heaven know you hurt him, and you are not trying to make no reconciliation. You are still pumping up and saying, I don't care. Therefore, that one is going to report you. Maybe it's going to use worldly whatever. I don't know. Or maybe he's going to pray, because I bet you was when you hurt Israel, and when he pray to me concerning you, he said, I'm going to answer, because he's a righteous judge. Okay, I'm going to answer and settle that case by myself. Okay, so he was just talking to how we should live with one another amicably, peacefully. When you hurt, we are human, we were bound to make a mistake, but just settle it, within yourself before you now begin to drag yourself. So can also got you arrested. So can also use other means by enemies to fight you. So when that person take vengeance, but when you take vengeance after Yahuwah, therefore you're also going to face the consequences. But when that one take vengeance in anyhow by anyhow, okay, because we have judges also in Israel, and we know when you blaspheme about Yahuwah, when you do anything that the royal law condemns, and someone found you out, it's gonna handle you to the judge, and the judge is gonna throw you into the prison. They can stone you to death. We see that in the Old Testament. They will cast you to the prison, like the guy that insult his father and they also insult Yahuwah. He was being stoned to death. He was first of all being cast to the judge, and later they now handle it to the judge, and later they now throw him into the prison, later they now stone him to death. So he was just talking how to relate to one another. When you hurt somebody quickly, before the matter escalates, come to using all kinds of other things to fight one another, just make peace with that person. When that person take vengeance, and you still popping up your shoulder, and you're popping up off your shoulder, and they don't want to act against you, sorry, you're gonna face the consequences. That's what it was just saying. I don't know what you did against your popery that you need to go and pay money, because when you sin, you don't sin against popery. Okay, when you break the Sunday, you sin against popery, you need to pay for that. You need also work on Sunday, you need to celebrate popery. So when you break it, you need to pay. Ribo Shantaba. If not, Jesus is going to deal with you severely. Yeah, this is the link. You see, when they stated this, Catholic Record, London, church. I'm going to call you church because, yeah, that's who you are. September 1st, 1923. Sunday is our mark of authority. The church is above the Bible, and this transferences of Shabbat observance is proof of that fact. You will get it very clear. Okay, so right now let's put some more. So you can also type it at Google or go to YouTube. You're gonna find this thing. This case is so exposed. It's not something that is being done in secret. Okay, how many steps do they ought to go through during this their confession? I think they said they have up to step 12 or so, or step 11. Okay, so I think the step 9 really amazes me for the Pope or the Prince. Okay, the Prince is not to pronounce forgiveness on you. Pope forgive, Prince forgive. They do sin against the year, except when you break their son, the day of son. Okay, yeah, if you don't keep their Ishtar, goddess of fertility, if you don't keep their Christmas, yeah, it is possible. Okay, popery of the Christendom, for you to claim to be the one to forgive sin, that simply means blasphemy. You blasphemed against heaven. Okay, for you ought not to do that. You cannot do that. You are not the one to forgive sin. Only Yahushua. And this was the problem that was here. When Yahushua pronounces blessing, yes, Mark chapter 2 verses 7. Let me quickly read it. Why do I dismount? Okay, I'm going to read 5 already. When Yahushua saw their faith, he said unto the sick of the paralyzed son, thy sins be forgiven thee. Okay, but there were certain of the scribes sitting there and reasoning in their hearts, why do I this man thus speak blasphemies? Who can forgive sins? But Yahuwah only. Yahuwah only. For you said that the prince needs, that is the step 9 or step 10. Then after all, the prince at that step 9 or 10 will now say, your sins are forgiven. What? It simply means blasphemy. You ought not to do that. Okay, Hebrew 10:14. Yahushua in himself alone take away our sin. He said through his offering, he now makes us perfect. Horrible Shantayabo. Hebrew 14. Hebrew 10:14. I refer by one offering, he hath perfected forever them that are sanctified. Just by one of his offering, we are made whole. Why should you pay for your sin to be forgiven for a mere man? A filthy matter say your sin is forgiven. 1 John chapter 2, 1 to 2. My little children, these things write are unto you, that ye sin not. And if any man sin, we have an advocate with the Father, which is Yahushua, the righteous, and he is the propitiation for our sin, and not ourselves only, but also for the sins of the whole world. He may not do that. Not filthy pork. Your purpose is a pork, okay? Matthew 24:15. Excuse me, Matthew 24:15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation, and speaking of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him understand. What is the art of standing? What does standing means? What did it mean to stand? Because this is blasphemy, strong one for you to say you are the one to forgive sin. It simply means strong blasphemy, okay? You blaspheme against all heaven. All right. So when this abomination of desolation, take its place, and stand in the holy place. What is holy? Holy also have to do with holies of holies. And who need to enter into the holies of holies? It is Yahushua the high priest. The high priest in the day of atonement, he is the one needs to go into the holies of holies once a year. The holy place is speaking about our heart. He is speaking about our head, which belong unto Abba Yahweh alone. And Yahushua is the one needs to go into our holies of holies. And when you now see this blasphemers stand in that holy, the temple is the temple. You and I is the temple of Abba Yahweh. When you see the abomination of desolation stand, let's see what is standing. Let's put some more. So let's see what standing is. Daniel 11, verses 3. And the mighty king shall stand up, you say stand, that shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his will. And when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken. All right now. Okay. So you see the art of standing already is to rule over you. When you see the abomination of desolation, stand in the holy temple. Holies of holy is your head, is your mind, is your soul. And that it belongs to Abba Yahuwah. Unfortunately, this popery of the Christendom has taken his stand against them. It's over there already giving you Sunday. That is how he stand. Rule, authority to establish what? His kingdom. All right, now let's see what is standing. What it is. You see some part of it already. Right now I want to see another side of what stand is. Joshua 1 verses 3. Every place that the sole of your feet shall tread upon, that I have given unto you. Okay. So you see, in order for you to stand, you need to have a feet. Wherever you step your feet in, you possess. You see, they possess. More than half population of the whole world, they possess. They step their feet on you. They stand already. They possess you. You are their property. Yes, that's it. So now we see the part of their forgiveness already. It means blasphemy. So let's also check into their propaganda of purgatory. Okay. The scriptures they use to validate that filthiness. 1 Corinthians 3:10-13. I read. For other foundation can no man lay down, that is laid, which is Yahushua HaMashiach. Now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stone, wood, Yeah, and keep the list, keep going on 13 now. Every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be reviewed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort of it. That's it. So where is this trying of it now? They say when you die, if your work was not perfect, then you will be cast into purgatory. Okay, for some certain period of a time. Okay, you will be punished. Okay, you are going to be punished over there. But after all and all, Jesus will come and bring you out. Exactly what Islam also teaches. That is Quran, Surah 19, verses 71 to 72. This is what Quran teaches. That everyone, first of all, go over there. Okay, Islam, not me. Okay, within a time, Allah will come and bring out the good ones. And Allah anyway said he's going to leave the bad one over there. But for that of the Catholicism, they said that Jesus is coming after much severe, because they said the torture in the purgatory is less torment than that of the link of fire. They said afterward Jesus is coming now to bring you out. This is their teachings of purgatory. What does this have to do with the case of purgatory? What is referring over to here is they have to do with Babylonian system. You see how they build their churches. You see, because all this is what building is. You laid another foundation which Yahushua did not lay. You laid the foundation of Babylonia. You usher in Babylonia, and you thought you are worshiping Abba Yahuwah. It's not so. That was why Yahushua said on that day, Matthew 7, many is going to say 21 to 23, we do this, we do that. He said no. But however, the light among them will come out. How are they going to come out? How the light among them is going to pass through this fire? That everything you build, everything you labor for is going to be useless, okay? Everything you believe, everything you labor for, you see, whether you build with precious to gold, whatever, is going to be useless. But your soul will be saved, okay? I didn't finish reading. Let me finish. I think it ends at 15, okay? I read 14 now. If any man's works are bad, which he hath built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. Okay, that is if you build on the foundation which Yahushua led, is a reward for you. But if you build on the foundation of Jesus, that's said, abolish the royal law. Look at what he say 15 now. If any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. Okay, NIV say yet as the one who passed through fire. So what is that through fire? Because you will be saved, but you will go through fire. And what is the fire you need to go through? Though everything you labor for is going to be squashed, okay? Because it is garbage, it is Babylon. But your soul now is going to be saved, okay? As the one that passed through fire. What could that be? Let me unveil that to you. So prior to this, they also add Matthew 12:32. Okay, I think I'm going to read it before I conclude that statement. Here I am, I'm here. I read Matthew 12:32. Whosoever speaketh a word against the Son of Yahuwah, or the Son of Man, shall be forgiven him. But whosoever speaketh against the Ruach HaKodesh is not be forgiven him, neither in this world, neither in the world to come. So how do they justify this? They say, which means if you did not blaspheme against the Ruach HaKodesh in this world, you sin against just Yahushua. So which means something can be done for you in the world to come, which is the purgatory. This is the scripture they used to validate it. As far as you are not a blasphemer and you die and you go to this very place, purgatory, that is where you are going. Because something, which means something can be done for that one that did not blaspheme. What is blasphemy? Everything the Christian is doing, it makes blasphemy. Okay? But even though it doesn't make blasphemy, still this does not justify their teachings, the Satanism. So we see the fire already, that you're going to suffer loss, but you, for your soul to be saved, you're going to pass through fire. What is fire? Fire simply means judgment. Judgment of Abba Yahuwah, okay? Yes, it comes like fire. And they are seraphims, okay? Seraphim simply mean burning ones. They are the fire, okay? All right now. Zechariah 13, I read 8 to 9. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, in the whole world, okay, in all the land, saith Yahuwah, to part, therein shall be cut off and die. But the third part shall be left therein, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as a silver, as refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call my name, not Jesus anymore, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahuwah is my Elohim. You're not going to call Allah, you're not going to call Jesus, okay? He says he's going to take it through fire. So what could that be? It is the fire of Sharia law. This one third, like I said in the previous message, the two-third, or the whole world is about 7 billion, okay? So 1/3 is going to be saved. Only 1/3 in all and all will be covered by the blood of Yahushua. 2/3 is going to eternal damnation. So the 1/3 is going to be 1.something billion. So almost 5 billion is going right away to the link of fire. He is speaking of. And that 1/3, you're going to pass through fire. Because you build on Babylonia. You build on another man's foundation. You follow another man's foundation. No. It's going to test you. Say it's going to try. Do you know how God is being tried? In the face of affliction, in the face of fire. Google it. And do the common research for yourself. So here is possibly he is referring to the congregation of Smyrna. They're going to pass through this fire. But be faithful unto death. I will give you the crown of life. This is the fire. He's talking about the fire of Sharia. Are you going to take mark of the beast? Are you going to deny me? Even though you deny all already, the 5 unique truths left in you, you're going to still renounce that one? That is, he want to test you again in the face of affliction. He said the one part, you're going to pass through fire. He's going to refine you in that fire. In the face, that is, your flesh is going to be burned up, but your soul will be spared. Your spirit will be spared for a glorified body. That is what he's talking about. Yet another scripture, family, follow up with part 2. Okay, this is the sign of Illuminati, occultism, found from this their popery again. Not even only this. Follow up with part 2. We have a lot of explosion going to unveil in their occultism called Catholicism. This is another scripture they used to validate their wickedness. 1 Peter chapter 3 verses 19, I read, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in the prison. Which some, listen now, they will argue over that. They will leave verses 20. That consummated all. They will just leave that. 19, by which also he went and preached unto, he's talking about Messiah Yahushua, unto the spirits in prison, which sometime we are disobedient when once the long suffering of Yahweh waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was preparing, wherein few, that is 8 souls, were saved by water. So what is he talking about here? They say yes, this is how Jesus is coming to minister now to those in the purgatory to come out. Really? Why should, if Abba Yahweh is going to minister to them, because it's coming, it's like the days of Noah, okay? So if he's going to minister to this 4.7 billion, almost 5 billion that is going to perish from the face of the earth, if he's going to minister unto them, after he has destroyed them, sent them to the pit of destruction eternal, why should he now also come and begin to minister for salvation? That is contradiction. Does it make sense? He's saying Messiah went down right away to the pit of earth to minister to the spirits. Okay? And he said his days, it's like the days of Noah. It's also going on. And what was going on in the days of Noah? It was outrageous. I bet you, what could they stand it anymore? Fallen deities intermarry with women, and women are beginning to bring forth children called giant unto them to devour us. This popery, it is giant. All Christian pastors, they are all giants. You see how they are devouring the whole earth? You see how they are destroying the whole earth? Yes. So after Abba Yahweh has destroyed you and sent you not to where you belong, so what could be that? What is the use of that? And one also come there to begin to minister salvation to you. Does it make sense? You are mad. You are absolute mad. He went to minister to the spirits. Who are the spirits he went to minister unto? These are The first fruit offering, they are not in hell, they are not in no purgatory, they are in the bosom of Father Abraham. Did they heard of this message of purgatory? And I said, okay, they are faking now the bosom of Father Abraham. In the bosom of Father Abraham, I can call that one here now the first heaven. Because there is no torture, there is no Abba. What took me there? It was glorious, it was wonderful. It's not in hell, no. It's on top, very wonderful. I can call that first heaven. Okay? So the very day I heard this, I said, okay, this is what Jesus is ministering unto them. This is what Jesus is revealing unto them as a purgatory. No, that is not purgatory. It is the bosom of Father Abraham. Like the one thought that's going to pass through fire. When they die, they are going to the bosom of Father Abraham. Maybe they're going to spend 3 months over there. At the first resurrection, they are coming back here on earth with a powerful and a glorified body. That is not purgatory. I can call it first ever because it was wonderful. When I saw that, I said, even though I don't make heaven, hey, just leave me over here. I can call it first ever. It is wonderful. The earth is so filthy before this very place. It is the bosom of Father Abraham. Is that where the spirit he went to minister? It is the first fruit offering. Go to Matthew 27. When he arose, he said the saints also arose. So the saints was the saints of the Old Testament. Some came, the children of the Caiaphas or whatever, came to testify. We see that in the Gospel of Nicodemus, chapter 12, way down to chapter 19. And billions of it now flew. Michael, the archangel, now flew them straight away to heaven. A few of them came to testify what took place in that 3 days and 3 nights in the bosom of Father Abraham. Then he is the one he went to minister freedom, peace unto. Come on, he break the sunder of wickedness. He flew them all to heaven. And it's not purgatory. Excuse me. And they don't pay no money for that. And they don't pay no penances for that. Robo Shantai Baba. I have so much to discuss on this, but let me just let it be and go for the other wickedness of these demons. So this ministration in the bosom of Father Abraham took 3 days and 3 nights. So that's why Jesus removed it and now giving a day and a half. He died on your bad Friday, on your Sunday morning, now resurrected, you see. You see how beastly your Jesus. So let's proceed now to, we are seeing second, I told you, I said it is heavy. But glory unto Abba Yahuwah that we are able to unveil. So we proceed now to the other. What is the second letter? This is not coincident at all. What is the second letter? Another angel, Allah again with another gospel. Okay? Another angel with another gospel. But I put Allah there because Allah is the cause of all this confusion here on earth. It's coming to do the real confusion, which is Sharia law, for everyone living here on earth. So we go now through their Mary. So that is the last part over here. So we unveil how they take money and all this and this for their purgatory and their confession of sin, the what they call penances also, whatever. That's how they make their money. Okay, live extravagant lifestyle. So right now, the very other part that followed by this, they said Mary is equals to Messiah. Okay, Mary is equals to Messiah. So let's put scriptures in that. John 46, I read, Yahushua saith unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. You can never enter heaven but by Yahushua HaMashiach. You know that prayer to Mary? I want to read some of the, because they are also irritating. I want to read some of their prayer. They pray to Mary. Listen now. You can go to their website at Google. You're going to find this prayer over there, okay? Where did the Pope, their Pope, you are not my father, okay? Their Pope Pius, okay? Make this prayer in the year 1954. Okay, I want to read the prayer. They are still repeating this prayer today. Okay, listen now. Enraptured by the splendor of your heavenly beauty. They are praying to Mary, okay? Enraptured by the splendor of your heavenly beauty. and in part by the anxieties of the world, we cast ourselves into your arms, O Immaculate Mother, O Jesus, and our Mother, Mary, confident of founding in confident of founding in your most lovely heart. Okay, excuse me. Appeasement of our ardent desires, and a safe harbor from the tempest, okay, which beset us on every side. He is praying to Mary. Though the regard by our fault and overwhelmed by infinite misery, we admire and praise the peerless richness of sublime gift with which God has filled you above every other mere creature from the first moment of your conception until the day of which, after your ascension, she also, ascend into heaven, he crowned you Queen of the universe. O crystal fountain of faith, bathe our minds with the eternal truth of fragrant lily of all holiness. Captivate our hearts with your heavenly perfume. Oh, conqueror, she's also being called conquerors of evil. She's the one to conquer evil. Okay, conquerors of evil and death. So she's the one who conquered death. Inspire in us a deep horror of sin, which makes the soul detestable to God and a slave of hell. Oh, well beloved of God, yeah, ardent cry which rises up from every heart, bind tenderly over our aching wounds, convert the wicked, dry the tears of the afflicted and oppressed, comfort the poor and the humble, quench hatred, sweeten harshness, safeguard the flower of youth safeguard the flower of purity in youth, protect the holy church, make all men feel the attraction of Christians' goodness in your name. Resounding harmoniously in heaven, may they recognize that they are brothers and that the nations are members of one family, upon which may there shine forth the sun. Here is the sun again of a universe and sincere peace. So you're going to shine off. To me, this is one world order. So they are praying to Mary, to help them to establish one world order, to shine forth sun. Okay? Listen up. Receive, oh most sweet mother, our humble supplication, and above all, obtain for us that one day, happy with you, we may repeat before your throne that hymns which today is sung on earth around your altars. You are all beautiful. Oh Mary, you are the glory. You are the joy. You are the honor of our people. Then I said, amen. I'm sorry. She's none of any of this. This is satanism. Stop it. This is wickedness. Follow up with part 2. Do you see the symbol? Do you see the staff he holds in his hand? You see the snake, two double-head snake? You found it again in the Illuminati. Follow up with part 2 because we have it in their name called Catholic. Okay, Catholic. Follow up with part 2, family, in order for you to know what this symbol is. Did you get it now? Two-headed snake foot together. You also see it in Baphomet, two double in his penis folded together. This is Jesus you are seeing. This is Jesus, okay? All right, now. So you had prayer they prayed to Mary. I'm sorry, she's none of this. Stop it. This is satanism. She is none of this. Of course, she said, oh no, generation I'm going to be called blessed. Fine, we recognize her for that very reason. In fact, let me not go ahead of myself. We recognize her. I honor her. She's the most powerful woman in heaven and on earth. But she's none of this. We don't pray to her. She's not a Messiah. She is not the standard of faith. She is not the glory. She is not the joy. She is none of this. Stop it. This is wickedness. This is evil. Stop it. I rebuke you in Yahweh's mighty name. She is none of this, okay? All right, now let's see one. We start already. This is what I call 8th step to eternal deity. They are wonder with this 8th glory I listed out. I call it 8th step to eternal deity. The deify her, and which is really satanism. But it is Isis, okay? It is this, yeah, they call her Isis in Egypt. But in Babylon, she's Samaramas, okay? And we'll unveil that. I think it's the next scripture now, or the next alphabet, excuse me. Okay, Mary is proclaimed to be the mother of God. I rebuke you in Yahuwah's mighty name. She's not the mother of God, okay? She never contribute nothing, absolute, in Abba Yahuwah's deity. No, she only gave birth to the flesh. So let's put scripture. You can read Genesis 1:26. Abba Yahuwah said, let us make man in our own image. How can you not say Mary is just a male creature? Abba Yahuwah created her. How can you not say she gave birth to Abba Yahuwah? Yahushua said, I am my father, we are one. So let's unveil which part we should be referring to. Not his glorified body. Not, I rebuke you in Yahuwah's mighty name. I read Nahorobo Shanta Baba. Riba Baba Hori Kayantere Bohinorokos Klima Hantalabayende. Ribos Kliba Handarabayende. Rekes Klibobo Reke Yantalaboya. Here I am. Luke chapter 1, I take 35. You can take from 25 way down to 35. And the angel answered, I said unto her, the Ruach HaKodesh shall come upon thee, and the power of the highest shall overshadow thee. And therefore also that holy thing which shall be born of thee shall be called the Son of Yahuwah. What part did Mary give birth to? It is the physical part, flesh. Flesh, okay? You don't give birth to his divinity. Shut up. That is evil. Because you say Mary ascend into heaven, she be proclaimed mother of God. You are not saying Mary gave birth to the divinity of Yahushua. Shut up. That is wickedness. That is evil. Oh, this is wickedness. Here I am. John chapter 2, I read verses 3. And when they wanted wine, and the mother of Yahushua saith unto him, they have no wine. Listen now. And Yahushua saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee? What business do I have with you in this office? Woman, what do I have with thee? My hour is not yet come. What business do I have with thee? Are you the one to tell me to perform miracle? Because now mother business is about to be dropped. And the father business is about to start eternal. And the father business, that is the divinity. Mary ought not to enter there. Mariam ought not to have no voice over there. Mariam needs to be cut out from that office. You are not qualified. This is about the seat of Abba Yahuwah. You are not. He said, what? Come, woman. What business do I have with you? Are you the one to tell me when to start my ministry? Are you the one to command me to do miracle? Are you the one that is going to give me that power? Does this office really concerns you? Not at all. Your own part is done. Your own part begins from day 1 way down to 30. Come, let me tell you. This 3 years that is left over, don't even come now. Because I'm about to start my father's business. You need to go away, okay? You are not called here. This my father's business mix eternal. This my father's business, it mix my divinity, my glory. You are not allowed here. No, go to your office. To your office to raise children up. And when they are of age, you go away. I'm of age. Let my father handle me now. Woman, what do I have with you? What is your business in this matter? Let's put some more. Here I am, Matthew 12:46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. And he answered and said unto them that told him, Who is my mother, and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciple, and said, Behold my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother, and the same my sister and mother. What is he trying to do? He is not arrogant. He is trying to cut off the system of murder, because this glory that is about to begin now, you are not allowed. You don't give birth to this seed. Remain in your part and don't come now here. He was just distant, separating himself from that motherhood, from that mother business, because this part mother don't belong here. Yeah, you can read Luke chapter 2 from verses 40 way down to the very last, 51. You're going to find why he was just 12 years old. He began to bring out this character of separation already, because what is 12? 12 simply symbolizes the number of authority. That is the authority of Abba Yahuwah, number 12. While Yehoshua was just 12 years old, when they go for feast of Pesach at Yerushalayim, so the father, the abducted father, which is Yasuf, and his mother, then left. They thought he was coming along with them after the feast, but he now resides at Yerushalayim, listening to the Pharisees and the scribes and the teachers of the law, and questioning them, because he want to do his father's business. When they now return back, could they find him? They now found him in the temple, and they said, what's your problem, woman? At the age 12, he began to bring out this glory already, because father business has no glory at all, or nothing to do at all with mother business. 49. And he said unto them, Why? How is it that ye sought me? Why? We hear not that I must be about my father's business? You don't know I come here on earth to do my father's will, not yours. You have no part. Your own part, thank you very much. You bring me here on earth already. That's it. Bye. And go and remain in your seat. Okay? Utterly, completely. This is where motherhood business ended. It makes it so clear and very, very open. John 19, I take from 25. Now there stood by the cross of Yahushua his mother, and his mother's sister Mariam, the wife of Caiaphas, and Mariam Magdala. When Yahushua therefore saw his mother and the disciples standing by, whom he loved, he said unto his mother, Woman, behold thy son. Then saith he to the disciple, Behold thy mother. And from that hour, that disciple took her unto his own home. That is where the business ended, because it's about to die. The part you gave birth to is about to be destroyed. I'm not raising that part up. I'm going to come out now with my divinity. I'm raising up now my glorified, but the very one you gave birth to is about to be ended. For a glorify me to come out, and a glorify me, you don't give birth to no glorify me. So what was the title Yahushua gave unto his mother? Eternal and upon eternal. She is the mother of all believing brother and sister in the four corners of the earth. You can give birth to them, but for me, no. Your mother, he said, come, this is your mother, and this is your son. Behold your son, behold your mother. Not me, okay? Because now I'm going to my own seat of divinity. I am my father, we are one. How can she give birth to Abba Yahuwah? Yahushua said, I am my father, we are one. If you call him mother of God, you are saying he's a mother of Yahuwah. Of course, it doesn't make no sense, because Yahuwah created all things. So he gave birth to the flesh, okay? Not to the divinity. She never contribute absolute, not even an inch to Yahushua's divinity. She cannot, and never will she. So the title she have today, when we look at Luke chapter 1, from generation to generation, oh, it's going to call me blessed. Yes, we are her children. We're going to call her blessed mother. But she is not the mother of Yahushua. The part she gave birth to That part is already, it is done away with eternal. He died because that was, ended on the cross. So the one that came from that, it is Abba Yahuwah himself. I and my Father, we are one. You can't give birth to who created you. Catholics, stop your blasphemy. You're going to pay so dearly for this, okay? All right, now let's proceed to another wickedness of Catholicism. She is proclaimed immaculate conception. Do you know what that is? Immaculate. That is without sin. Romans 3:23. I read, for all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahuwah. Oh. You can also read Romans chapter 5. You'll find it all over there. That from one man, sin entered the whole world. And through one man again, redemption also came to all. Again, she is proclaimed a perpetual virgin. They said before and after Yahushua, she remained perpetual. That is, she never have no other child. She became virgin again, a perpetual virgin. So let us also slap them in their mouth that is full of flux, because these are all pouring out flux upon you. So they said she's perpetual. All right, now read Mark 6 verses 3. Is not this the Capita, the son of Mariam, the brother of James and Joseph, and of Yehuda and Simeon, and are not his sisters here with us? And they were offended at him. When he was speaking, my Father is in heaven. Then I said, we know your brothers now. He have 4 brothers, okay? And sister, we couldn't know how many the girls was. But for the boys, they have 4. Okay? So maybe she's going to be having up to 8 or, I don't know, 8 or 9. But they say she's before and after she's, perpetual means virgin eternal. All right, now, another wicked honor or whatever they also bestowed on her. She's proclaimed to ascend into heaven. I think that is the assumption that they are keeping, okay? She's assumed, or assumption, you see already from the prayer they are praying to her, into heaven. And that Pelero, the ascension of Yahushua HaMashiach, in Acts of Apostles chapter 1, let me read verses 9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly towards heaven as he went up, behold, to Mary. All right, now. So that Pelero, the ascension of Yahushua, they say Mary, it is close to Messiah. They also talk about how she ascended. Okay? Again, she's also proclaimed the Queen of Heaven. You see, also ready from the prayer they are making to her. Again, that Pelero, the King of Kings. Because they are dragging the seat of Messiah to put Samoremos over there. I will let you know part to follow up who is Samoremos. Revelation 17:14. They shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is the Adonai of Adonai and the King of Kings. So this is the seat they are raising Catholic Mary to. Another wickedness, they also call her mediatress. Mediatress. That is, you can pray through her. Whereby the royal law makes it so clear, only one mediator we have. 1 Timothy chapter 2 verses 5. For there is one Yahuwah and one mediator between Yahuwah and man, the man Yahushua HaMashiach. Did you get that? So this is the seat they are raising their Mary, which is Samoremos, into. A final title they gave unto her, co-redemptress of the whole universe. Co-redemptress. You see, they say she convert the heart of the wicked. They say she should heal the broken-hearted. Co-redemptress. Okay, so let's put some more. All right, now read Acts of Apostles chapter 4 verses 12. Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is one there is no other name under this heaven given among men whereby we must be saved. What is that name? Is Yahushua. Here I am, John 5:43. I come in my Father's name, and ye receive me not. Other will come in his own name. He said, I come. That is why I'm after in this concept. I come in my Father's name. And what is his Father's name? Yahuwah. That is where you can get salvation. And that is why the old lady son goes to the cross. Maria was never ever being hanged on the cross. Why should one pray through her name? There's no salvation in any other. Listen at John 40:14. If she shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. It is that Mary will do it. I read Matthew 17:5. While he was yet a speck, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. It didn't say we should hear Mary. Hear ye him. It didn't say he was pleased with Mary for you to be praying to her. Hear ye him, because he's the one that did the works of redemption. Not Mary. Hear ye him. Matthew 28:18. Yahushua said, and Yahushua came and spake unto them, saying, All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth. Not Mary. Go ye therefore and teach all nations. Listen, and baptizing them in the name of the Father, and in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Ruach HaKodesh. Where did you get Mary over there? Where did you get the name of Mary? That you have to call her co-redemptress? Called word redemptress? Only these three did it for us. Yahuwah, Yahushua, Ruach HaKodesh. You see, the job of the Ruach HaKodesh is to convert souls. No, Mary, they said Mary should convert sinners. How can that be? You giving the office of the Ruach HaKodesh unto Mary? She should convert sinners? No, she can't do that. Only the Ruach HaKodesh can convert sinners. That is his job. Yahushua said in John 16, except I go away, the Comforter cannot come. And when he comes, he is going to teach you all things. He's going to reprove sin. He's going to bring out righteousness. He's going to bring out judgment. That is the office of the Ruach HaKodesh. We see that when he left, 10 days later, the Ruach HaKodesh descended from heaven on the day of Shavuot. Acts of Apostles chapter 2. Not Mary promised it. Yahushua did. Stay in Jerusalem. Not many days from now, you're going to receive power to do my will. Arabo Shantayabu. You are being rebuked in Yahuwah's mighty name. We'll let you know already, only one name under the seven is being given. There is no salvation in any other name, not Jesus, not even Mary, but Yahushua HaMashiach. I come in my Father's name, that you see. And what is his Father? Exodus 3:13-15. If they shall ask me, what is your name? What am I going to say? I am. And I say, I am that I am is my name. This is my memorial name for all generations. I am that I am simply me, Yahuwah. And Yahushua said, I come in my Father's name. That is Yahushua. Meaning what? I am that I am is salvation. And this is the only name where you can get salvation. Not in Jesus, not in Mary, okay? So family, I'm so glad that we are done with this point. Second letter. You see the first letter is not coincident, covenant breaker. And we see the second letter, another angel, Allah again with another gospel. You see all that wicked gospel that brought. So right now we are proceeding to point 3. That one is also heavy again. These people unveiling their wickedness takes time. But I love it. I love it with every breath in me. We are exposing lie. In order for you to establish truth, you need to expose lie. All right now. Okay now family. So we begins now with the third alphabet. That one is the gbidi, is the jiggy, is the heavy. This one done there very heavy. But I want to throw one music in my dialect into it to rebuke the madness of this popery, the father of the Christendom. Listen and be blessed. All right now, here we go.
Etanakame, Etanakaime, Etanakame, ye, Etanakaime, Engwiname, 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 ye, Engwiname, 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 ye, Engwiname, Ugamwe, Awegwamu, Ugamu, Awegwa, Umu, Ekogahowe, Obuweno, excuse me, Mayati, Singwapa, Mayati, Quick Wapa, Mayati, Below Topa, Mayati, Eviunda, Obopa, Masekebo, Mama Yatalabu, Mashantarabo, Maya Sati, Mudabopa, ye, Maya Yati, Mudabopa, Mama Seke, Orabo Santaya, Venami Uvie, Miava, Venami Ota, Miaso, oh yeah, Amatoga, Eonogala, Ava, Motoga, Eonogala. Ota motoga wo eonagala aso ye motoga ye onagala ona ugbi maya ona ugbi maya ona kieminu wekia ona ovegemi ne mehio yeah ona gemi ni mayahi ebu santabo ona gemi ni mayahi yeah ona ugebi mayo nagiwe ogene mata na begimeo ma shanta ye bobo santa labo ma santa rabo ye bu shanta labo ona uegbe ye yo ma yo vogisie o ma no maruao nehia nagi sati begote heya vogisie o ma no maneho nehia nagi sati heme oh, vogisie, oh manodi, nehia nagi seti igwa oh, vogisie, oh manoke, nehia nagi seti rula yeah, oh rabushanda oh, mama yantalabu, vogisie, oh mane baby, no hia naga eti urupa oh. Nuhianagai, Uruba, Ima Santa Labo, Heya, Mama Yantalabo, Uruba, Mehi Uruba, Uruba, Mehi Uruba, Uruba, Mehi Uruba, Nada fire, baby, Emata, Mehi Emata, Emata, Mehi Emata, Emata, Mehi Emata, Nada fire, oh yeah, Augusta, Mehi Augusta. Agosa make Agosa, Agosa make Agosa. Nada yeah, fight Jesus hey, another fight Jesus. Robo Shantaya, yeah, Mama Sekebo. Nada fight Jesus. Ribayantorobo, yeah, Mama Sekebo. Hey, now listen. Omenwa wherever the bavena murukba muwere na yage ekbo kina ekpi beleku ekpe bebe yekpo 419 ni Jesu no ya mokbe amoho tagbo no ya fefefe roda be no wa ta severi oni we by their fruit ye shall know them eri me wa ya we Jesu na yoji nore dora nore doria nore dogbe giaka dove Oria son edeni awia ya ohegbe na beti ede Sunday otioma ke Genesis gari Revelation ereva edemi pone herogia ni ati Christmas edemi pono hogia ni beti New Year January 1st ke Genesis gari Revelation otioma ereva edeni beti Black Friday ogia roda ya we Jesu na wa be Friday ona ma be do ve yore the Sunday edove obubiokpa you can't get 3 days, you can't get 3 now, just a day and a half. Genesis, Gary Revelation, every river. In all and all, my feast not a new Easter, a feast ma out of Apostle 2 of Nuna Mio, yes, a new bogger, a rodino, or Gima. Gabe to away yoto, a doggeria, a doggigia. Edogo mogia edenia ya wemebe the Thanksgiving ya betie lowest win Genesis otioma gari Revelation ereva giave tuove nabo mego mi wa hali past okuki wanahi ni ati tithe mena bi ati igo olidara na zedi ni nwanso okuki ya wa ya zona Genesis gari Revelation ereva Igo be ro ni ya be high na tie sowing of seed. Igo be ro ni ya be high na tie first fruit offering. Otioma ke Genesis gare Revelation ereva o se me na tie we only dara na zeli ni nwanso no o wa mo be ni ya wa be do o no ri wa do so no ri verse me na be ga tie o we kemi ibe tie street market emi o paro ni ehieba ugwale miracle urigore ugwale ehilia urigore o denu gwale kemino awa tigeta ve iya be ga hie only water ni abeti ameno hia o fi gben yen kini ni abeti anointing oil emi o paro ya segbi nwa ni na yaro salobu ya tinya hio ya segbe message ni ave gun ya kporu ni no ma hia tinya hio o be mo be ni awa be hie if you monitor me bango you die awa hia ya fefe emi o pa kemi na awa hia mama ye ni me mi Jesu mi obungbe Ogi Jesu ye to gbera biri Ogi Jesu to vueya o mama sekebo yeribo shantalabo Ibe tokpa fiwe a letter J nori Jesu nania o my say 400 years old Mami ebe no one we muhiana especially the New Testament it's not 2000 years ago na yagbeno a translation or juwemi a Jesus sibani ma santalabe ineriko yantalabo o genemi Jesu me obungbe o ima seke bobo shantalabo naribo yantalabo inarabase o ye ma shantalabo naribo yantalabe Bejo egbe ei ma bejo egbe ei me una bejo egbe doe bejo egbe ei ma bejo egbe ei me una bejo egbe doe bejo egbe gunueni bejo egbe ei ma bejo egbe ei me una bejo egbe gunueni bejo egbe ei ma bejo egbe ei me una bejo egbe doe bejo egbe gunueni bejo egbe ei ma bejo egbe ei me una bejo egbe doe bejo egbe gunueni iye mama sekebo eru opa igbana o ngwa mo pa igbana ye veni mayagwa eri ma be ya leru veni mayagwa eri ma be ya leru urupa me Yoruba, I did the measure. I did the measure. I did the najo. Yeah. I did the nayo. I did the nayo. I did the measure. I did the measure. Yeah. I did the measure. YAHUAH'S yeah. YAHUAH'S Osamelelo Ruach HaKodesh Meoyel Asime Olele Asemelele Wayita Yi Jesu Miema Fawe Elede Oju Bugbenu Wayita Esagi Jesu Buwenwa Na we Esagi Lede Uwakan Ugaye tawi Jesu mi wa fuwe ele doju gbugbenu esagi Jesu esagi lede no esagi Jesu eyin re mo majo tona kame tona kame o tona kame ye tona kame o tona kame
All right now. More powerful one is on his way coming. All right now. So we proceed right away to point, the third alphabet of this word called Catholic. So what did C go for? Covenant breaker. And what did A go for? Another angel, Allah again with another gospel. And now T, what did it go for? Thomas Trinity. Thomas Trinity. Thomas. Have you ever heard of Thomas Trinity? No, not Thomas Trinity, excuse me. Have you ever heard of Thomas? Okay, that is their Jesus. This is their Jesus, the very park. You know, openly these people worship Lucifer. I know it's Lucifer. It's Jesus. All right now. Should I put that for you first? I want to put the references before I start hitting hammer on your Jesus head. It's pork, okay? Just listen, I think about 1 minute. They worship Lucifer openly. Thomas Trinity.
Seus Lucifer matutinus inveniat, Ive inquam Lucifer qui nescito casum, Christus filius tuus, qui regressus ab inferis, humano generis serenus ibuxit, et tecum vivit et regnat in saecula saeculorum.
Please kindly do yourself this one favor, because I don't know, because I'm it's like re-recording. Maybe you are not going to see this translation so clear. Please do yourself this favor to help your soul. Go on YouTube, type Pope Francis declare Lucifer as God. Listen, and you're going to see the translation over there. So they said Jesus is the son of Lucifer, who came from hell and saved humanity. So that is what they were singing. And all of them say amen. No one could refute him and say, what are you saying? We know Lucifer is the devil. Why are you saying that? Yes, listen to it. You know, come and see. This is come and see, but you are not seeing nothing. If you say you are not a Catholicism, how can you work together without an agreement whereby you are under their construction, you are under their foundation, you follow their instruction, they gave you Sunday as their mark of authority. All this is on you. Yes, all this is on you. Family of a sure word, this leftover space I have in this part one, it can't contain all the mysteries from this very T alphabet. Follow up with part 2. So right now, family, what is the third letter? Thomas Trinity. So these are the Trinity of the Christendom, not the biblical one at all. So I want to pull scriptures now to unveil. You see, they worship Lucifer openly, and Lucifer is the very Jesus. Okay, all right now. In this, there is one man we want to focus on. That is Nimrod and his wife Semiramis and his son Thomas. Okay, so he is the very one in question. These are the Trinity Christianity follows, because Catholicism gave it unto them. Listen now. Nimrod, we have the biblical account of Nimrod, but for Semiramis, we don't have the biblical account of Semiramis, but we have the story. In fact, a holy histories. We got the account of Semiramis, his wife, from the history. Okay, and Thomas, we also get account few in our royal law, but history has so much to tell us about Thomas. Okay, so right now let's start. Who is Nimrod? Let's first of all look into Nimrod. That is their God the Father. Alright, now here I am. Genesis 10, 8-10. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty hunter in the earth. And he was a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. Wherefore it was said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yahuwah. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel. That is Babylon, okay? Confusion. And Erech, and Harhad, and Canaan, in the land of Shinar. Another Babylon. It's from Babylon. All they do is Babylon. From Babylon. Come on now. A mystery Babylon. Yeah. It's all Babylon. Alright then. So you can also read Genesis 11. Okay, so that is where confusion came into the earth. Babylon simply means confusion. China, confusion. Alright now, here I am. Revelation 70, I read verses 5. The harlot, the prostitute that sat upon many waters. We know water is people. Chapter 1, verses 1, excuse me. Revelation 71, we know it said this harlot sit upon many waters. And when you go to 50, that waters was people, okay? So but I'm really reading only verses 5. Listen, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon, the great, the murder of harlots and abominations of the earth. Together, let me show you upon her forehead, Mystery Babylon. Do you see the whatever they put on their head? Mystery Babylon. And the name on her forehead, it is Jesus, Mystery Babylon. You see this logo on the cap? It is occultist. So follow up with part 2. This thing, Abba Yehovah is disgracing these people. For you to come out of her, my people. You neglect this. You see this is normal. You see the sign of the soul? Alright now. Mystery Babylon. So right now, question mark for you and me, or for you, I know already. So what is the meaning of Catholicism or Catholic? Their Pope, because it's their father, simply means father. It's your father, not my, okay? It gave you rest. My father gave me rest also. My father gave me Shabbat. Your father gave you rest. It's the father of all Christendom. Okay? Now, how many is Christian? First of all, let me throw this in, since I also remember that I need not to forget nothing. Right now, how many is the denomination this highlight sat upon? Christianity in totality denomination from 33,000 way down to 40,000 denomination. What are you using it for? If you are really worshiping one true God, why can't you just stick together? Why all these thousands upon thousands denominations? How many denominations do Islamic have? Only 2. Sunni and Shiites. That's it. We only have one. We have no denomination. Okay, our is the breath of life. How many do Christians don't have? from 33,000 way down to 40,000 denomination. For what purpose and for what reason? This is too obvious that you are Satanism, that you are just an occult people trying to deceive people on earth. If you worship in one creator, why all this denomination? You are Methodist, you are Catholicism, you are Baptist, you are Deepala, you are Celestial, Kerebo and say, what is the meaning of those nonsense? Alright now, that is now your problem. It is your problem. Okay, heading to handle. So you see now, murder of Harlots. So what does Catholic mean? Catholic simply mean universal. Did you get that? Universal. Remember when John YAHUAH'S was seeing this vision, Revelation 17. Remember the physical Babylon is already being destroyed. It's no more in use. It's already been wiped out of the face of the earth. It's already been destroyed. Okay. Verses 11. Abba Yahweh bring it down again and again. Through all this, they are overthrow. Babylon was being removed. But it now said mystery Babylon. So who is the mystery Babylon? Babylon simply means the over. Right away in Genesis 10, after the flood, the whole nation, that survived the flood, begins their life in the land of China. You see it over there. Okay. So right now, Anebra begins, to rule over there as the first king after the flood destruction. So right now, what happened? The very Sinai, or whatever. So that is Babylon. You see it, Babel. Okay, Babel. There you get Babylon, Babel or whatever. Confusion. And that is where the whole world begins. That is where the whole world begins to dispatch into the four corners of the earth, where Abba Yahweh confuses their language. Right now, the whole world begins right in Babylon. Okay, and now when Abba Yahweh now scattered after 2 years, okay, because the book of Yahshua or Jubilees said after 2 years the scattering take place, because they was Nimrod taught them not to go obey Abba Yahweh, for them all to stuck in one place. That is one word order. Okay, that they now begin to command them to build him the Tower of Babel. Okay, when Abba Yahweh now bring it down. So right now the whole world begins from Babylon, and as Abba Yahweh scattered them, and Nimrod taught them how to worship demons already. Okay, now as all of them were going to the four corners of the earth, to their various places in land where Abba Yahweh give each one of them, they all carried their Babylonian system. They all carried their gods, because they were serving the gods of wood and stone. Nimrod taught them. He became a mighty hunter before Yahuwah. Not that he is saying he became a mighty good person before. No, bad hunter. He hunt for humanity. He hunt for worship. He hunt for the seat of ownership. He want to be a father. Exactly what this garbage, this pork, so irritating he's doing. And this is the seed Nimrod fight for so hard. He want everybody to surrender and worship him. But after 2 years, Abba, you want to bring down, the tower or Babel or whatever. So right now, that is where the whole world began. So as everybody was going to their various land and places, they took the custom of Babylon along. And we know that Babylon is no more. So right now, which Babylon exists now? Catholicism. Mystery Babylon. So right now, what is the name? What does Catholicism mean? Simply mean universal. That is that old system. We are still here, okay? Forget about that. We are being scattered. We still get the mystery all over. We are just universal. We are one. And that's what Catholicism means. And the whole world became Babylon. Right in Genesis 3, Nimrod told they don't scatter. Okay, let's all stop in one place. And as they were going, they all go along with the teachings of Nimrod. And Catholicism, one congregation that came out and said they are the very Babylon of those days. He said they are universal. We are all one. Universal. We are the whole world. That is mystery Babylon. And the whole world begins where? In Babylon. Can you see that? Thomas Trinity. We see the Father already, which is they. Name right. So right now, let's see the very Thomas in question. Who is Thomas? So I told you already, we're going to focus on these three people. Follow up with part 2. Less than 25 minutes, I'm going to drop this. Follow up with part 2. Because we're going to end this topic over in part 2. So I read 1 Peter 5:30. Listen, I'm going to take it the way it is over here, okay? The church that is at Babylon, elected together with you, saluteth you, and so doeth Arkena, Marcus, my son. So what church? You know, here Babylon is no more existing. Okay. So what congregation or church and what Babylon? So the Babylon is talking about here, it refers to this Catholicism. And everyone, all the Bible scholar of the Christendom admit that Catholicism is this very Babylon the Apostle Kepha is referring to. Because they are not in Babylon, but Rome, yeah, it was referring to Rome as Babylon, excuse me. Rome, it was referring to Rome over here as Babylon. Okay, now in AD 33, Catholicism already sneak in. This guy they called Constantine. Constantine already throw him his madness. This Babylonian system, he brought it already. Because Constantine said he had a vision while he was going to, battle, fighting for control over Roman Empire. He was fighting control, fighting over to gain a control over Roman Empire. Okay, so as he was preparing for the battle, he now saw a dream, and a cross now appeared to him, and the cross now appeared from the sun unto him, and the cross now said unto him from the sun that I'm with you. You're gonna prevail. You're gonna conquer it. All right. And Constantine now really went into battle only to get control over Roman Empire. And as Jesus told him, because that cross from the sun, the authority to kill it is the cross. They put Messiah, the biblical Messiah, they put him to death and hanged him on the cross. And that cross, we know wood came from, it's no iron cross at all. It is woody cross. And we know a tree came from wood. And we know there is a tree of knowledge of good and evil, which is what? Serpent. And we also know there is a tree of the life eternal, which is Yahushua, right in Genesis 2, okay? And we know that authority they used to kill Yahushua was the authority of the dragon, the very Allah that killed everyone, right in Genesis 3. And that is the authority to kill with cross. That is why they kill Yahushua with cross. And because in Genesis 3, everyone hung on that tree of knowledge of good and evil. Okay, but today must the whole world, to part or to third of the whole world still hang on that tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is the cross of destruction, the authority of death. Yes, and this cross now appeared to Constantine right in the cloud through the sun, from the midst of the sun, and I began to speak to him. You're going to conquer, you're going to prevail, okay, you're going to take over. And it was so. To Jesus have it, it come to pass. When Christians do, and I really know that you are utterly stupid, you're idiotic, in fact, it's so irritating. What does that supposed to mean? They said Jesus gave victory to Constantine. So, he saw a cross. And what? Christ is the authority to kill you. And when I say the authority, when he came to power, he abolished the everything and I bring in Babylon unto you. The Catholicism was fully established or legalized in 325/26 AD. But already of AD 33, they already come in, they sneak in already, okay, with this their madness. Because that is why Revelation 1, 2, 3, it was warning through and still was in the 1st century. These people enter in already, because I cannot say that is our own birth of it. No, follow up with point 2, because this one go up with part 2, excuse me. I just want to throw it in about Constantine that was fully himself. Christianity, the happy, rejoicing and say, he brought deliverance. But this is a very Constantine throw away almost all this book, wonderful book of Abayewa. He removed it. The book of Yashar, the book of Enoch, the book of Jubilees, all these books and books, even Revelation. He also done away with it. Revelation was the one to, some faithful men have fought with their own life for Revelation to be back. He said it's so violent because he exposes the wickedness of Jesus. So that was why they wanted to abolish again Revelation. What are we going to be looking for if Revelation is no more there? That's going to be disastrous. So let's put scriptures now. I'll veil unto you already. Roma, the churches, I'm going to call it to you like that. Our congregation in Rome was the Babylon. And Catholic simply mean universal. We are one. So don't be fooled. If the physical Babylon is gone, but the spiritual Babylon is here, mystery Babylon is over here. Okay? Alright, now here I am, Daniel 7:12. I read. You can read it all. As concerning the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and a time. You see, Babylon was already being destroyed, but the mystery Babylon were preserved. And what we are seeing today, it is mystery Babylon, Catholicism, the third alphabet, Trinity, Thomas Trinity. So let me put that now. So who is Thomas? It is Jesus, okay? Thomas is in the list of the abominations, okay? So over here, this vision was being given where? At Babylon, where our forefather was being carried into exile in Babylon for bondage, okay? For breaking the royal law. So this was the list of abomination. And Thomas was found to be number 1. I read now Ezekiel chapter 8 verses 13. And he said unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination than they do. That they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the house of YAHUAH, which was towards the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. I just want to brief you here. Follow up with part 2. That is where we are really, going to unveil this Tammuz. I want to throw some in here. Okay. So this is the only account we have from that of Tammuz. Okay. Now, while we are women weeping for Tammuz, Tammuz was 40 years old. The son of how was Tammuz being impregnated, or how was Tammuz being conceived? Excuse me. That is what I'm supposed to say. Now Nimrod died, and who killed Nimrod? It is Esau. Listen to the mystery of Mahdi, and know these are all coming back. Tammuz is coming. This is their time of resurrection. Hell is coming down here on earth. These are all coming with Mahdi, the Islam Messiah. All right now, Tammuz is going to be resurrected. Whether you like it or not, it's coming right back. All right now. So when Nimrod died, Esau killed him. Book of Yeshua chapter whatever. I forgot. I'm sorry. Right now, Esau killed him. Okay. So the wife now gave us a word we don't understand. Okay. That when the husband died, okay, he ascended into the sky and now deified himself as the God of the sun. That is why they worship on Sunday, the day of sun. They now worship sun. Nimrod, they are still worship. While Nimrod was on earth, they worship him. Why also deify himself to be the God of the sun? They worship him as. So that is Allah, okay? Is the sun is the God of the moon. That's why those what they call moon. When you go to mosque, sun and moon symbol. When you also come to Catholicism, sun and moon symbol. Follow up with part 2. And also follow up next week Shabbat. We are going into that of Ashkenazi, the synagogue of Satan. It is time to expose evil, okay? So right now, Nimrod died. He was buried, but his wife now gave us a word that he ascended, okay, and that became, deified himself to be the God of the sun. All right now, every part of his body was being found. Only his penis could be found, because history also told us that Semiramis was his mother. So right now, Esau killed him and took off that penis he used to do that wickedness and bury it. They couldn't find that part. So what did Semiramis do? And she now make an oblix, or yes. That is what you see in Catholicism. That is what you see in mosque. Those very long oblate. That represent the penis of Nimrod. Everywhere is being dispatched in the four corner of the earth. That represent the penis of Nimrod. That is his fallacy. You got that obelisk right in Catholicism, also right in our mosque. Follow up with part 2 family. This message, it has a huge purify effort upon you, the people of the book, the elect. So right now, what happened? After that, Samoremos now claimed that Nemrite visited her and got her pregnant. That is how she conceived, Thomas. Okay, so they are now they are now impersonating, or yes, immaculate conception. Okay, that the virgin birth, the virgin birth. That how Abiyawa did it, got Maria pregnant. That is how Nemrite also got Samoremos pregnant. After he died, enough visited her and got her pregnant by the rays of the sun. Yeah, they said by the rays of the sun. That is how Thomas was being pregnant. That was how she got conceived about Thomas. So right now, while Thomas was 40 years old, according to history, we couldn't get that in our royal law, but we have them over here. Okay, we have a clue. Right now, Thomas when he was 40 years old, a wild animal came out and just massacred him. He was there. He was killed. Okay, so now that he was killed, what happened? The mother said, according to our history, the mother said on the Friday, Thomas, no, on the Sunday morning, Thomas was raising. He was raising from the oh, Ribo Shandaya Baba Baba. So he was killed on Friday, but listen, that worked for Thomas for 40 days. Okay, each day represents a year in his life. Each day for year for 40 days. That is what our sister, the daughters of Zion, were crying for a demon, the death of demon. They were weeping because Thomas is being regarded as a Messiah, meaning goddess of fertility. His mother was goddess of fertility. After the death of Nimrod, Thomas carried on. And Thomas is the marks of Jesus. Now let's see, because he's played the part of Messiah, and he's going to be resurrected to play the part of Messiah. All right, now listen. So, the mother said, Thomas died, and according to our murder ministry, that Samoremos herself also ascended to go and meet her husband over there, but Nimrod sent her back. And she now turned to giant egg and now landed in the river Euphrates. And the egg now burst open. And that is why you eat your egg on your Bad Friday way down to your Easter. That is why you eat that. That is where the tradition of egg come from, rabbit come from. And the cross you carry is where it come from. Because the cross was used those days to worship also this Thomas, because it takes the state of his father. All right now. So this is what we got from the history concerning Samoremos. Thomas. And this Samoremos, mind you, Jesus is playing all parts. Okay, so quickly let me see if I will be able to throw something in, or I will just leave it and let me begin the mystery right now in point 2. If you are worthy of it, follow up with part 2, because there's no need to throw this in. I only have about a few minutes to go. All right, now let me read this. It is Jesus. Okay, Thomas is Jesus, and Samoremos is playing the part of Holy Mary. And the Mary they are worshiping in Catholicism, it is Samoremos. Now you got that. Did you get it? Did you caught that? Yes, it is Samoremos, because Samoremos was being worshipped in Babylon as goddesses. Exactly the same Samoremos you found in Catholicism. Follow up with part 2 family. This one takes so much to unveil. I haven't started at all. If you hang on part 1, so the message is not for you. And the one that is being, being given answer will follow up definitely with part 2, because it is for that one. So right now, I jotted it down, a lot of points. Okay, so number 1 to go. In Jesus' holy no, it wasn't being called Jesus then, it was being called Lucifer. See, they worship Lucifer openly. Okay, what is Lucifer? Lucifer simply means light bringer. Okay, in this holy state, it was being called cherubim or cherub. So what is the office of cherubim? Cherubim, what is their office? It is to cover you like unto Messiah. It means to cover you like Messiah. They are acting like Messiah. It is the office of cherubim. Let me read from you. All right, now you can read Ezekiel. You know, this vision came while they were in Babylon. And we are all right now again in Babylon. Ezekiel 28, read from 11 to 19, is talking about this cherubim, which is acting, is play all part. It can act like a baby to you, is the Thomas. It can also act like Samoremos, that is transgender. It can also act like a man. So quickly, let me read this, then we continue with part 2. I'm ready 15. Thou wast perfect in thy where should I okay, I start from 14. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. Did you get that? That covereth. What are they covering? The mercy seat of Abayewa, the mercy seat of Abayewa. Family, follow up with part 2. There's something for you on part 2. In this very first alphabet, this T, this is where carry it all. This is where the deliverance is. This number T, the third alphabet, is talking about Jesus and his masquerading wickedness. All right, now do you see the covering angels? This is Yahushua, as we are talking, and this is YAHUAH'S. And this was the place he fell from. Your Jesus fell from. The Lucifer you are worshiping today, you worship Lucifer, okay? This was his seat as he fell, therefore the breath of Abba Yahuwah took the seat. This is the angel of the right hand, and this is the angel of the left hand to cover the mercy seat. So they are acting as a Messiah. Of course, Yahushua is a Messiah. So this, he said, you are the angel, the anointed one that covereth. They cover the mercy seat. Okay, so that is where I quickly want to show unto you. Okay, let me finish reading. Thou art the anointed cherubim that covereth, and I have said this so. Thou wast upon the holy mountain of Yahuwah. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou wast perfect in thy ways. From the day thou wast created till iniquity was found in thee. So what was that iniquity? Go to Isaiah 14, 11 to 15. I will make myself like the Most High. I'm going to sit in the congregation. I'm going to be worshipped. In fact, I'm going to set my own throne above the stars of Jehovah. This is Jesus, okay? Eat snake in the name of Jesus. Eat grass. Drink fuel. Eat your hair. Suck my penis. In order for you to make rapture, my penis is already being consecrated by Jesus, and the milk is the pure milk from Jesus for you to make heaven. Is that normal? Follow up right now with part 2.
Wallah, 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 yeah. Really, I don't know. Surely, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't just know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't just know. I don't know. I don't know how you view this. I don't know how you understand this. I don't know how you undo this. I don't know. This broke my heart to know the high fire is real. This hurt my soul to know the link of fire is eternal. Yeah, no mercy, no redemption of other. Oh, yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. I don't know. 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 I don't just know. How are you going to handle this? Yeah. So I have no idea. How are you going to deal with this? But this break my heart. This broke my heart. Yeah, ooh, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, yeah. When you know, yeah, but I heard mercy crying out so loud for you. I see your mercy fighting so hard for you. I know mercy still available for you. I heard mercy say, please come back home. Please come back home now. Please come back.